Hi everyone, I'm Dina with Mills Family Gardening. Today is June 8th. We have an in-ground bed with okra, and several of our okra plants have been chewed by cats or some other creatures that visit our backyard at night. And so the other day we were at a garden center and I saw okra in a little container and I thought, oh, that's perfect. I'm going to plant these seedlings into the missing spots. This is the container that I saw. If you look closer, you can see that this container has several. In fact, I counted, it has 12 little seedlings of okra in one container. That's too many for one container in the first place, but also I don't need so many seedlings in my backyard. So I'm going to plant 2 of these in our garden, and then the 10 more seedlings will go in separate containers. So I'm going to get the seedlings out of the container, and the roots look great. They're not root bound. So I can try to simply kind of crumble up the dirt and try to separate the seedlings by carefully separating them and pulling them from the clump. But most likely I'll damage a lot of roots that way. So what I'm gonna do is I'll use water, and I'm going to place the whole rootstock into the water, and I'm gonna swish them in the water a little bit, and you can see that the dirt is getting washed away. And that's exactly what I need to happen. And I'm gonna keep swishing them in the water. And really, this is the best way to separate the seedlings. And so now we can see that most of the dirt is washed away and we can see only the roots. And I'm simply going to gently pull the seedling, and we separated one seedling from the rest of them. And that's what I'm gonna do with the rest of them. Simply separate and pull them from the other little guys. So now we have 12 seedlings separated. Now I'm going to plant 2 of them in the ground, and the rest will go in containers. So I'm going to pull the mulch away, and for mulch we're using our guinea pig bedding. You can see that this seedling is leggy, so I'm going to plant most of it all the way till here into the ground. So I'm going to dig the hole pretty deep, and I'll put almost all of the seedling into the ground. I'll put the dirt back. I'll straighten up the seedling. Most of our seedling is in the ground. And here's our second seedling that I planted into the ground. Now I'm going to plant the rest of the seedlings in separate containers. Tomorrow we're going to a kids' farmer's market, and I think we'll sell the rest of the seedlings there, hopefully. So I'm going to take the seedling, and again, it's leggy, so I'm going to plant it at the very bottom of this container. This container isn't very tall, so I'm going to use most of it, and I'll simply put the dirt around the seedling, carefully and gently, not to break the stem. And then I'll gently push the soil around the seedling, and our seedling is ready to sell. So we planted all our seedlings in separate containers. They're looking great. I'll water them and they'll be ready to sell. A few weeks ago, I got a container with liriope from a garden center, and I noticed that that container had several seedlings in it. And I decided to try to separate it, and I did. I did not use the water method. I simply gently pulled the seedlings apart, even though the roots were tangled up pretty well. But liriope is a very resilient plant, and the seedlings survived just fine. I planted them separately under our maple tree, and let's see what they look like now. This area under our maple tree gets shade most of the day, and this is our liriope that I separated a few weeks ago. You can see that it's doing real well. Liriope does take some time to spread and multiply, and clumps get thicker. It's not really invasive, but it does grow in clumps, and the clumps get wider. And so this is one of them. Here's another one. There's another one. Here's another one. In other words, they all look great, and you can get the most out of your nursery plants simply by separating them. So I paid almost $6 for that container with okra seedlings, and now I have 10 containers with them, plus 2 seedlings in the ground. So you get the most out of nursery pots by simply separating those seedlings. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.